I think it's that mentality of we have to really think strategically in the best interest of our residents and our clients to figure this out until we start to see those signs of recovery.
Live from the lounge, we're talking in real time. New vibes, bold minds, and stories that shine. From chats to laughs, where ideas thrive. So kick back, tune in, we're going live. So kick back, tune in, we're going live.
Hi, everyone, and welcome back to Season 2 of Live from the Lounge. I'm Jordan.
I'm Ariel.
And let's get into it. So, a few things have changed. It's a new year. That's something fun. I actually got a promotion, and I am now the Corporate Communications Specialist for Thrive.
Quiet clap, golf clap.
And something else super fun, we're almost at 500 subscribers on YouTube, which is amazing. So thank you all for subscribing. And then today, we're actually at Altanora in Shoreline, Washington. This is one of the newest developments at 228 units, mix of studios, 1 and 2 bedrooms. It's really perfect for commuter, being close to the newest Shoreline light rail station. As well, Altanora includes affordable homes. So if you want to check those out, you can look at roostaffordable.com.
Nice plug.
Thank you. They've got rooftop decks, courtyard, fitness center, stylized unit amenities, pretty much everything you could possibly be looking for. And today, we're gathering here in their beautiful lounge with a very special guest.
Yeah, I'm excited to introduce her. She is a Chief of Culture, People, and Vision. She's a 2023 Puget Sound Business Journal 40 Under 40 honoree. She's a leader. She's a mom, a friend of the show. She is, drumroll, Rose Blanker, CEO of Thrive Communities.
Hi, guys.
Thank you so much for joining us today.
This is my first podcast.
Oh, exciting.
I'm so excited to be here.
We're excited to have you.
And you saved me the hour-and-a-half commute into the city today with a quick stop in Shoreline. So
we were trying to be very strategic about that.
Yes,
yeah,
that was nice.
Well, we're really excited that you're here. We have various topics that we want to go over with you today. I think we really want to start with just kind of who you are and how you would describe yourself. I worked really hard on your intro, so I hope you appreciated that. But can you tell us a little bit about you?
Born and raised in Seattle. A not so interesting fact, I've lived in the same 5-mile radius my whole life. I love this city. It's been a great place. I raised my kids here. I have 3 kids. Been in property management my entire career. When I graduated college, I went to it was a tough market in 2004. And I went to join a property management company with no experience in property management. And I applied for a job I was very underqualified for. Basically got laughed out of the interview, but they called me back to take an administrative role working with their new affordable portfolio. And I just absolutely loved it. I loved the compliance part of it. I loved helping get people in their homes faster. I saw such a great opportunity in this industry to make a difference where people called home. And so I spent my career working through the regional manager role, the portfolio accountant role. I was in tech and systems. I was a CFO and joined Thrive to really work for a company that was all about its people and was really, really dedicated to creating great homes for people and doing really work to be proud of. So I've been at Thrive for 17 years.
That's really awesome. It sounds like, so tech and systems, you have a lot of experience, so we might have to put you to work after this.
Okay, well, our tech and systems team is like rolling their eyes right now. Like tech and systems 15 years ago is very different than tech today, but anytime, Ariel.
Awesome. Well, getting into it, leadership right now is your main goal. As we look at the last year and into this new year, what would you say is the biggest shift you saw in the industry over the last year heading into this year?
I think the last year has thrown a lot of challenges at our industry. And I would say most of those was in the regulatory environment that sort of forced operators to be really nimble on their feet. Kind of our hyper-local expertise, I think, really came in handy because we were able to move quickly and efficiently. There's been some compression with jobs and tech layoffs that has created a a lack of confidence in the renter profile and investor profile. So I think the shift has really been from everyone hoping that we would see signs of recovery sooner, and really we had to sort of hunker down and figure out how to be really nimble operators. It was a lot about accountability. We had to be smart, quick on our feet to think through, okay, how can we work through this challenge while still doing our day jobs? And so, yeah, it was 2025 was a challenging year that taught us all a lot.
Yeah, I agree. I was actually, when we were putting together these questions for you today, a topic that kind of came up, a word was resilience. And I would say for sure probably a lot of us in the industry feel that way, especially heading into this year, not really knowing what to expect still. But with a lot of Thrive's existing new developments that we're managing, they're still really successful. And I think that says a lot about the resilience, not just of the people that are there at the site, but also the people behind the scenes too. So I really like that. I think that makes a lot of sense. And I think we see it every day.
I think that's a great word to wrap up the last 12 months.
Word of the year, resilience.
Yeah, word of the year.
You heard it here first.
Something that I did want to talk about too is, while we're speaking on words of the year, Thrive is putting purpose at the center of how they lead. And our motto this year is, it's all about purpose. So I wanted to ask a few questions kind of regarding that. So the first one is, what problem were we solving when we decided to launch the Purpose campaign?
I think it's less about solving a problem, and I think it's more recognizing Thrive's always been an evolving company, and now more than ever, anytime there's challenges in the market, or we need our people and our associates, our clients, our residents to understand the why we're doing what we're doing. And I think when people feel really connected to purpose, we drive really great results. And so for us, redefining our purpose and this Purpose campaign, it's less about fixing something that was broken and more about perpetuating the thing that makes Thrive really great.
I agree. Yeah. That's a really good way to put it.
You mentioned the why. What is your why?
I like to work with really great people, and I like to learn new things and drive great results. Those are qualities that just make me feel really proud when I go home and I talk to my kids about what I do all day. And it's why I've always stuck with property management, because we have such an ability to make a large impact on so many different people and in so many different areas. It's, where residents live, to the capital market, to investor profiles, to our associates, and why they come to work. So my why is because it makes me feel really proud to be a part of something that's bigger than my impact.
I love that. So how do you think then balancing purpose with performance kind of juggles there?
Purpose drives performance.
Yeah, I agree.
I think when you have a really great group of people that have a keen business acumen and drive to do something great, you have a really great ability to bring that purpose to impact performance.
Yeah,
I agree. I think that's actually a lot of why we're here today, right? There's impact in having these conversations. There's purpose that is kind of uncovered, and I don't know any other scenario in which we would be sitting here all together, the three of us,
true,
in front of all the cameras and the lights, right? Talking about things that really matter. So yeah, I agree. I think that's really awesome.
Yeah. And then my last question is, I'd love to hear what disciplined growth kind of means to you.
Yeah, disciplined growth. That's something we talk about a lot at Thrive. I mean, we're celebrating our 18th year.
Yes.
So I just used the analogy a few weeks ago that we're out of our awkward teenage years and we're moving into adulthood. And, we've tried lots of different things along the way. And I think those disciplines that we've learned and that we can hang on to are what will help propel us into the next 18 years. For us, disciplined growth, I think, really boils down to knowing who we are and knowing when to say no. Working with clients that are really aligned with our values and our purpose. I think disciplined growth is being in markets that we can scale efficiently, making sure people are the core of our decision making and what we do, and really just say no when it's not a right fit.
So as we head into this year, what are some signals that you're kind of looking for that determines growth or just making those achievements that you kind of were thinking of last year? That you're like, that's what I want to make sure that we really hit that goal.
Yeah. I think the signals we're looking for are just signs of recovery. I think everyone sort of thought we would see those signs earlier than we have. So just remaining really nimble, ready to strike when, the opportunity presents itself. But, we're looking at things like job growth, migration patterns, supply metrics. Like these are all things that really impact our success locally. There's larger macroeconomic variables that impact our business pretty significantly. But I think we're all just ready to see signs of recovery. We have clients that want to reinvest in their assets and improve amenity spaces and landscaping, and that benefits the residents and the community. And so I think people are just waiting to see some positive signs and when we can start doing those things.
Physical impact is really important, but also mind shift too. What would you say is necessary? What type of mind shift is necessary for that next phase of growth to achieve those physical impacts that we want to make?
I think one mind shift that we talk a lot about at Thrive is, in more challenging markets, and it's not just the real estate market. I mean, there's challenges in lots of different sectors and socioeconomic challenges. And I think people are feeling the pressure everywhere. So, one of the things we talk about is how can we do more with less right now? From the investor sentiment, rents have been relatively flat. We've seen significant increases in costs and payroll, utilities, real estate taxes, insurance, and those have a big impact on already trim margins. So we've really been challenged as operators. It's not a one shoe fits all model. Every asset really needs to be managed kind of independently and have a different business model that makes sense. And so I think this mentality of kind of expense savings, how can we cut costs, just like many people are doing at grocery stores. And, so I think it's that mentality of we have to really think strategically in the best interest of our residents and our clients to figure this out until we start to see those signs of recovery.
Yeah, I like that. Before filming, we were talking about Whole Foods versus Met Market. Yeah. So kind of similar. Where can you find the best cereal, right?
I just went to Safeway, so I didn't find the best deal in either of those places. But I mean, that's just exactly right.
Yeah. Awesome. Thank you again to our sponsor, Apartment List. It's a simple formula: smarter matching plus targeted visibility, stronger performance. Learn more at apartmentlist.com.
Okay, but I have a question really quick for you.
Yes.
So it is Ariel's 6-year anniversary at Thrive coming up in a few days.
Yes, it is.
So what's your why?
Oh, that's a great question. I feel on the spot.
I'm totally putting you on
the interviewer is becoming the interviewee.
It made more sense a few questions ago, but you've done a lot of great things at Thrive. I would just love to hear why.
Yeah. What is my why? Honestly, I think here today, we were talking about this earlier. I started with Thrive 6 years ago. I was working in a lease-up trailer at the beginning, middle, and end of COVID. And I was actually here in Shoreline doing a lease-up not too far from here. From the moment that I started, regardless of the circumstances happening in the world, we talked about resilience earlier. I think that's really how I felt and how I still feel. The world was changing. The market was changing. Everything was changing. I had just turned 30. So I was just really I was looking for hope and I was looking for a good positive change. And here I am 6 years later, going through different market changes, going through different teams. I'm now on the marketing team and I get to work with wonderful people in different departments and like accounting and training and HR. And I get to have a lot of different conversations and I get to make a lot of new friends. And so that has always been my why, is how can I make an impact, of course, but how can I do it in a way where I make friends along the way? And I've made a lot of friends. And so I would say that is my why.
I love that.
Yeah.
And
I just
thank
love-
you for choosing Thrive
Yeah.
for the last 6 years. You're so great.
Thank you. It's actually really funny. I think we talked about this in a previous episode, but I was at an Emerald Awards one year and I saw all of the people just kind of really just excited to cheer for their nominees at Thrive. And I remember saying at a table, oh gosh, I would love to work for that company. And then here I am. So it's
It is
a
a loud
full
bunch.
circle. It is a loud bunch. We know how to party, that's
We
for
do know
sure.
how to party.
It's funny. I had a similar experience. I was working in a previous property management company, and it was my first Emerald Awards. And I heard the same thing. I was like, "Who is cheering so loudly? Like, who could this possibly?" And it was Thrive.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
I love that. That's so fun.
It wasn't me. Nowadays,
Now it's you.
It was just Ariel. It's just Ariel.
I'm not the loudest in the room either.
Awesome.
Yeah. Well, speaking of all of these fun time yearly fun things, Thrive is heading into a very special time, celebrating its 18th anniversary. And next week, we're coming together for the Thriving Awards. So it kind of feels like the perfect time to reflect on our time. What are you most proud of that isn't revenue or growth?
Well, that's easy. It's the people.
Yeah.
I'm just so proud of the culture and the people that we've created at Thrive. I'm really proud that both you ladies said, let's do a podcast to connect the industry with the community. I'm proud that Thrive's a place where whoever you said that to was like, great, let's do it. Let's figure it out.
Thanks, Paul.
Yeah.
Thanks, Paul. I'm proud anytime an associate gets a promotion. I feel really proud when our current clients award us new business. I feel incredibly proud when residents leave us 5-star Google reviews. So I think all my proud moments boil down to the people and the decisions that they make.
I agree. The people here are just amazing.
They're all right.
Hey. And I'd love to hear your take on what never changes in this business, no matter what.
Call us old school, but I really, really believe that great property management starts with its people, and it starts with the people on site. It's great hires. It's the training that you provide them. It's the empowered decision making, and it's the leadership and support to make them successful. But I really think this business is all about people. And in a world of tech and AI and everyone trying to cut costs and streamline and offshore payroll, I think it's those are the properties that are going to suffer the most because we need human connection, maybe now more than ever. And it's that human connection, it's that empathy at the sites that make residents want to continue living there. And that retention, that elevating the resident experience drives performance and inspiring associate engagement. You do that interacting with people. I joke about my most hated email of 2024 when my return to office email. You're all laughing, but I know you're not always laughing. But that human connection, it's so important. It makes such a big impact in our business, and it brings people together, and it makes us all better for it. And that drives performance, and increased performance builds client trust, and we go right back to our purpose. And so I think the thing that never changes is the focus on the great people.
I agree. People are kind of the core of everything.
Yeah, it's funny that you say that about your email. I didn't feel that way when I read your email.
Oh, that's good.
But maybe it's because I already was in the office multiple times a week. I think Jordan loves coming in because I'm usually singing some type of song around the office.
That's why.
Yeah, it's really entertaining.
Yeah, it's usually Taylor Swift. So,
I don't even need to put AirPods in. It's
She
just
doesn't
like
need
background
AirPods
music.
or caffeine. I just bring
You guys do
the
a really
energy.
fun group. The marketing section, they're like, they have days where they dress all pink and
Yeah.
Yeah, we love
like
a
to have
coordinated
fun.
day.
Yeah. Speaking of fun, I wanted to do a couple icebreakers.
Okay.
So let's finish the sentence. Development is.
necessary, and we need more of it.
Yes.
Yes.
Growth without purpose is.
Transactional?
And then the last one is the next 5 years in multifamily will.
Well, I'm a cup half full kind of gal, so I am optimistic. I'm excited. I think the next 5 years of multifamily are going to be opportunistic and exciting and worth the wait.
I agree.
I agree too. I think that's great. All right. As Thrive heads into the 18th year, how would you describe this chapter of the company?
I personally am more excited than ever. I think we've built an amazing foundation to propel us into the future. We know who we are. More importantly, we know who we're not. We're going to keep doing what we do great and not veer from that, and really continue to focus on purpose. And I think this next chapter is going to be full of great opportunities for our people, great results for our clients, hopefully amazing living experiences for our residents. And I'm excited to do it with the team.
Yep, me too. Quick rapid fire round to end your inaugural session of a podcast guest. We're going to do this or that.
Okay.
Answer as quick as you can.
Okay.
All right. Coffee or tea?
Tea.
Early bird or night owl?
Oh, early bird.
Beach or mountains?
Beach.
Planet or wing it?
Planet.
Okay.
Sorry, I had to pause on that. I wanted to say wing it because it's cooler, but I am definitely a planet.
Awesome. I think we are too. Text or call?
Text.
Podcast or music? Choose your answer wisely.
Podcast. Obviously.
All right. Host or guest?
I'm going to go guest. You guys have made this really fun.
Awesome.
I love it.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much for joining us today. We're so excited.
Thank you. You guys are amazing, and I'm just so appreciative that you're part of our purpose and you're building out this amazing live from the lounge. And thanks for doing what you're doing.
Of course, this has been so fun. Well, we'll see you next time.
We will see you next
Okay.
time.
See you soon. Bye.
We're going live, so kick back.